Welcome to Module 10. In this module, we'll be going over how the job search works. As you can see here, we're at the end of the resume builder. You can actually just hit Save Resume and View Job Postings, and it will run the default search, showing you the results, which would be, I believe, 3 stars and higher within 50-mile radius. However, you can also click the Search Jobs up here, next to your resume, and that will take you to a job search. And also back on the home dashboard, there's a couple other places you can get to it as well. So just for navigation purposes, like you can click on the job search tab, you can click here, search for jobs. You can actually do a keyword search up here, and you can also well, those are the main. And you can also run, it'll have a default job alert up here that you can click on the jobs to view them here as well. So we'll go ahead and click search for jobs. So I'll show you. This is the default job search, which this one will actually, when I click search for jobs, it's going to use my preference, which was 25 miles of 40601. So it'll automatically pre-populate that. If I had chosen the whole state of Kentucky, it would have looked like this. And you can actually break that down into various metro areas within Kentucky as well. And then if you do want to do a keyword search, you can do it here in different parts of either the job description, the employer, the job title, or anywhere that it displays. You can make sure it includes all the words or just any of the words in that particular keyword search. Additionally, if they have the job ID already, you can type that in here and hit go, and it will only show that one job. But that must be a unique ID for that one particular job. Now, there are a lot of advanced options down here. You can click Expand All to view them. We'll just go through them one at a time to talk about what they do. The job matching, it looks like this one's defaulting is actually 4-star and above for the resume. You can, if you're not getting a lot of results, you can lower this and then rerun the search. You can recommend that to job seekers as well. One thing you'd probably want to try first, though, is make sure that their resume has all of the information possible, because it can only do the matching with what information it has. So the more you put into the resume, the better the search results are going to be. And you may not need to lower this as much because you're going to have some more good matches to display when you run a search. I'm going to lower this to 3 just because I don't know if there's as many in this test site. Then you've got posting date. It will default to the most recent 30 days. However, you can look at more recent jobs if you choose to, or you can even look at jobs that have been posted longer than 30 days. Most job seekers want to look at jobs that were posted fairly recently, that may be closing fairly soon, so they don't have to wait around too long. Then you've got education level. What has the employer asked for? It defaults to just show jobs that don't have education information at all. It'll show any type of job regardless of education level. Quite a few of these advanced options are defaulted to that just so that it's not knocking things out of the job search. These are used to more to refine your job search. So you'll see here the salary level as well, internships, whether or not you want to include them. By default, it will include all jobs, including the internships. Then you can look at the various work availability, occupation levels, which these are your occupational codes and your NAICS codes. Then you've got sectors, and each of them have a little icon next to them. They'll tell you what those sectors are. Whether jobs involve certain physical abilities or not. You can target or exclude by specific types of jobs. Maybe some of these jobs may be ones you're not interested in. They default to include these jobs by default, but you may want to exclude them. Or you may even want to search only for that type of job. You can even run a search that excludes certain jobs from your own resume so that it would only search for jobs that match other jobs in your work history. So that can be done by checking the box next to the job that you want to exclude from the search. Once you have set all of the advanced options the way you want to, you can hit go. And that page will then show the search results that it's been able to pull back. And you'll see here I've got some job search results. Not a lot because this is a test site, but they show, and I'm logged in as a staff, so I do see the employer name, even if it's a talent job, where a job seeker who would log in would not be able to see that information because it is masked until a referral is done for talent jobs. External jobs, it will show all of the information because they're publicly available on the web. You'll see here they're sorted by star rating first. They do show the date the job was posted, the job title, who the employer is, where it's located, and then some action items. Now, when you are on the job search page, if you don't see what you're looking for, you can click this and see it will show you some options to further refine your job search. Additionally, if you weren't already running a statewide search, you could click this. This will just give me an error because I already ran a statewide search. If you got search results, and this is something you'd want to be notified in the future about additional job opportunities being posted with the same criteria, you can save the search and set it up as a job alert. Now, all job seekers are automatically set up with a default job alert when they create their resume that matches against that resume and will send them jobs automatically. They can go in and edit that from their home dashboard at any time. That's also where you would go in to turn them off if a job seeker asks you to turn those off. Now, please note that you cannot turn off the job alerts if someone's drawing unemployment. They must leave those on. So you'd be unable to turn off the default job alert. They can set up to 5 job alerts with different criteria. So if they're looking in different parts of the state or looking with different advanced criteria, maybe they're only looking in particular industries, you can set up the 5 of those. You can also go back to the job search criteria page at any time by clicking this here, review and change. This will show you all the filters. If you need to change them, you can click here. It'll take you back to the job search page. You can also run a keyword search at any time from here and also change the location. You can click this Am I a Good Match to learn more about a particular job you're looking at. And this actually pulls some of the job database information from Burning Glass that's used over in the Focus Explorer piece, which we'll be covering in the next module. But on the job search page, it will show you just a subset of that information, such as skills, education, experience, career paths, and skill gap analysis. This will tell you some skills that may have been left off your resume that you may want to add if you have these skills. That will help you go in and maybe get a better star match to a particular job. You can always click this to go back to the particular search you were running. If you want to run a job search that just shows you more jobs like this, you can click the second option. And if you find a job that you just are totally not interested in, you can hit Do Not Display, and it will take that out of any search moving forward. To actually view the job, all you have to do is click on the job title, and it will take you into the job description, which a lot of our external jobs are basically just screenshots of the website that you'll be going to apply on. So you can read through it. You see it'll tell you a lot of information about the job. And if you're interested, you can click How to Apply. And once you hit Submit, it'll actually it'll record that you were interested. It'll count that as a referral for this particular job. And it'll give you the link to view that external job. Now, if it's a talent job, the employer can choose to receive applicants a number of ways. They could actually display that they want to see them in person. They want them to call via telephone. They may want them to email their resume to them. They may want them to go to their own website to fill out an online application. So there's a number of things that a focused talent employer may have them do instead. Additionally, some talent employers do want their jobs to be screened by staff before they approve a referral. So in those cases, it'll actually submit their referral request to an approval queue, which we'll be covering in Module 13. So that in that case, it would actually send it to an approval queue, and you would not get the information on how to apply to the job. This one being an external job, it's available out on the web. When I click submit, it's going to give me a link. I can click this, it'll take me to the third-party site where I can view and apply to the job. Now you have some of the same options on here as am I a good match, find more jobs, and do not display. Some additional options you have here. You can report the job as closed. So for example, if a job seeker is looking at the job, they go to the website to apply, but the job is no longer available, they can let us know by clicking this. They can also click report this job as spam. That one's especially useful for us to know. That way, if this was an advertisement for something other than a job, we will want to know that so that we can have technical support remove this job as soon as possible from the search. So occasionally we've had to do that when a job went through all the filters and still got in. Sometimes the external website looks a lot different than this, so because we don't have control over what an employer might do to their website or what link they end up changing it to. So that can happen as well. If this is a job you want to come back to later, you can always bookmark it, and it will place it up in your bookmarks tab up here. You can also email or print the job. So that is just looking at a single job there. And that's the job search in a nutshell. In the next section, we'll actually be going over the next tab over called Explore Careers and Education, which is frequently called Focus Explorer. It's an add-on to our Focus Career site that gives us more job information, labor market information, training opportunities, and etc. So we'll be covering that in the next module.